Alright, let's get real for a second. You ever notice how the moment you stop chasing, suddenly she starts noticing you? It's like you've unlocked some mysterious cheat code in the game of attraction. One minute, she's leaving your text on read, and the next, she's double texting you at 2 a.m. asking why you haven't been online. Sounds familiar, right? Well, my friend, that's not magic, it's psychology. And today, we're going to break it all down. Why does ignoring her actually make her want you more? And more importantly, how can you do this the right way without looking like a jerk? Let's dive in. Understanding the reverse psychology of attraction. First things first, we need to understand human nature. People want what they can't have. It's basic psychology. If something is too available, we start taking it for granted. Ever notice how the moment you get a new phone, it feels amazing, but after a few months, it's just another piece of tech? The same principle applies to relationships. When you're always available, always texting, always showing up, you become predictable. And predictability, my friend, is the enemy of attraction. Women, like men, are wired to seek excitement, challenge, and mystery. If you're always there, always responding instantly, and always putting her first, you're essentially removing the mystery. And without mystery, attraction starts to fade. Now, let's flip the script. What happens when you pull back a little? When you stop texting first? When you take longer to reply? Suddenly, she starts wondering what's going on. And that curiosity, that's the spark of attraction being reignited. Why ignoring triggers interest? Let's talk about scarcity. Ever notice how limited edition sneakers sell out in minutes? It's not because everyone suddenly decided they need another pair of shoes. It's because they know that once they're gone, they're gone. Scarcity creates value. Now, apply this to yourself. When you make yourself scarce, not in a manipulative way, but by genuinely focusing on your own life, you automatically become more desirable. When she sees that you're not always there waiting for her, she starts thinking, whoa, wait, why isn't he texting me? Is he busy? Is he seeing someone else? Boom. You just became the limited edition sneaker. And this is where things get interesting. When a woman perceives that your attention is not a given, but something that must be earned, she begins to crave it more. It's a natural psychological response. She starts looking for ways to bring your attention back to her, even if she wasn't that interested before. The moment she senses that your world doesn't revolve around her, she starts wanting to be a part of it. The right way to ignore her. Now, let's get one thing straight. Ignoring her doesn't mean ghosting her or playing childish games. This isn't about manipulation, it's about self-respect. The goal isn't to make her feel bad or confused. The goal is to shift the dynamic so that she starts valuing your presence more. Here's how to do it the right way. Stop being overly available. If you're always the first to text, always the first to call, and always the one making plans, pull back a little. Let her initiate sometimes. This doesn't mean never reaching out, but it does mean giving her space to wonder about you. Focus on your own life. Hit the gym, work on your goals, spend time with friends. When you genuinely have a full life, you naturally stop obsessing over her. And this is attractive. Confidence and ambition are incredibly powerful traits. Respond, but on your own time. You don't have to ignore her completely, but don't be glued to your phone either. If she texts you, reply when you're free, not the second your phone buzzes. This shows that you have other things going on in your life. Be mysterious. Don't reveal everything all at once. Keep her guessing. If she asks what you're up to, be vague but confident. Just handling some things sounds way more intriguing than, oh, just watching Netflix alone. Let her invest in you. When you stop chasing, you give her the space to come to you. Let her put in some effort. If she starts texting first, making plans or checking in, that's a good sign. Let her feel like she's working to keep your attention. How she will react. At first, she might not notice, but give it time. Soon, she'll start wondering why you're not chasing anymore. And that's when things get interesting. She may start texting you more. She may bring up random topics just to keep the conversation going. She may even get a little annoyed that you're not giving her the same attention as before. That's when you know it's working. Women are naturally curious creatures. The moment she feels like she doesn't have you figured out, she'll start putting in more effort. She'll analyze your behavior, trying to decode what changed. This is exactly the position you want to be in because it puts you in control of the interaction. Here's the fun part. Once she starts chasing, don't immediately flip back into the guy who's desperate for her attention. Keep things balanced. Respond, engage, but always maintain that sense of independence, the power of detachment. At the core of this strategy is the Stoic mindset. The ability to remain calm, composed, and unaffected by external validation. A truly attractive man isn't the one who ignores women to play games. He's the one who is so focused on his own mission that he doesn't need to chase anyone. Women are drawn to men who have purpose. If your entire world revolves around her, she'll sense it. But if you're a man on a mission, someone who's constantly improving, she'll feel that too. And that's magnetic. So remember, the goal isn't to manipulate her into liking you. The goal is to elevate yourself to the point where she naturally starts valuing you more. And when you do that, you won't need to chase. She'll come to you. So the next time you feel the urge to double text, pause. The next time you're about to cancel your plans just to be available for her, rethink it. Focus on yourself, build your confidence, and watch how the dynamic changes. Because the moment you stop chasing, you become the man she can't stop thinking about. And that, my friend, is how you make her want you more by doing less. If you found this insightful, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on psychology, relationships, and self-improvement. Stay sharp, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next one.